Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another show of Toffee Bluecast. It is the first show of this year. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New
New
Year.
Year's.
Merry New
Happy
Year.
Yeah, it's our first show in 2026. And we don't always cover the news, but I felt like there was a bit of conversation on it. So we are live now, going to cover the Armstrong pullback, and there's a bit of other news I'm pretty sure that's to talk about. Illiman and Jai. Do you know what, Paul? I'm going to tell you a story straight in. I'm going to go in for the kill, right?
Go on.
On the Toffee Bluecast TikTok, I watched some videos of Illiman and Jai ripping players to shreds, and he was ripping them up, and there was like falling over and everything. And I was like, oh my God, Illiman and Jai. I've got to do a video of him. He is unbelievable. He is just a goat. So I thought, I've got to do a video of him. A lot of people will like it. Spent 45 minutes, an hour doing this edit of Illiman and Jai, putting it all together in this game of him ripping players for Senegal. And then literally upload it, and someone put Illiman and Jai is injured. And then that game that I put all the clips of him doing stuff saying he's untouchable and stuff like that, he actually got injured that game, and now he's injured, Illiman and Jai. So he's got to have a scan on his ankle as well. So
I did see him trying to hobble on at one point. He did not look comfortable.
Man.
He did not look comfortable at all.
Why us? Why us? Like, seriously, don't even blame me for it, people. I don't think that was my fault, was it? Because I was, or was it?
Oh, no. I'm sure we can blame you for other things apart from that.
Other things,
but not
yeah.
that.
Gutted, absolutely gutted. But we have got Ty Dublin playing. Ty Dublin did play well last game, and we'll talk about Illiman and Jai. Well, I have covered it, so we kind of have spoke about Illiman and Jai there. I did have a little picture of him. This is why we don't. I love AFCON, and I think it's amazing. I love the hairstyles that they've got. Sometimes I watched it last night, and that Wolves player had all the little beads in his hair. He looked like a right badass. I do like the AFCON, the dances. It's all crazy and it's mad, and I like it. But I don't like that my players there and just got injured. And this is the worry that we all have, is that our players come back okay. And we sent this man, and we said, look after him. There's always a big chance he can get injured as well because the way he plays, because he's so turny, and he's going to come up against a lot of players that want to take him out as well. What did you see the knock, Paul? Because you mentioned you was looking at the game. Did you see it?
No, it was just a clip of him. It looked as though he'd gone off for treatment, or then he'd come back on, but he was hobbling around, and he didn't look very comfortable. To be fair, I didn't watch any of the game, so I don't know to what extent.
Mm-hmm.
Was he taken off? Did he stay off, come off, and go off? So if everyone saw it, let us know in the comments. Let us know. So that could be awkward. That could be very awkward.
This is what happens when the worm is in the house. This is what happens when the football season. Yeah, we have got a thin squad. And there's someone else we're going to talk about. But yeah, it's even thinner now because Illiman and Jai apparently has got an ankle. Ankle injuries there. There could be nothing. You can just turn them when they feel bad. Scan scares me though. When they're saying they have a scan on it, that scares me. And we was just bragging on the last show that we've got Illiman and Jai to come back after this. But hopefully it's nothing. It's just a wait and see. I'm pretty sure the Bob will let us know at some point. Get some inside information.
And well, now we've got we've got Dublin stepping up, and we've got Harrison Armstrong back in the fold. Maybe you can have a little rest.
Yeah, well, that is the good thing that I think you probably say Diblin's been doing it on the right hand side. Nowhere near as good as Illiman and Jai, but that's a high bar to be. But he is playing well, Diblin, so we'll have to deal with it. It is what it is. Other players have gone to the AFCON from other teams as well, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably come back with a few knocks as well. So it is what it is. It's a big thing, big competition. I just wish that they did the competition at a different time for me, personally. I can't tell them what to do. You know what I mean? It's their tournament, but it just feels like it's a pivotal part of the season where we have a lot of games and players get injured anyway.
Well, yeah, like Wormy says, it's hopefully not too bad, but we can't dominate other confederations dates and everything all the time, can we? That's why we managed to avoid a World Cup for so long in areas. That's why we ended up with one over December. and Christmas almost. So I don't fancy that again, to be honest.
Just seeing Paul's is in a travel lodge. Did you say he's in the travel lodge there, Mrs. and
He's
Mrs. and
yeah, they're going to Wolves game, so I like the fact that we're bringing Everton fans together again. So Paws is going to the Wolves game and looks as though he's going to meet up with Danny as well.
Oh yes, love it when the band get together. We did say we'll try and sort something out soon where we'll all try and get together at the game. You've seen what's on the page. Did you like the page, Paul, where I put Titanic come back?
I did.
Yeah,
very emotional.
Yeah, it was a bit too emotional, wasn't it? It looked like it was proper desperate, didn't it? Come back. I put music on it on the TikTok. It was even funnier. So basically, I actually, do you know what? It's about us. We're number one, but I actually feel sorry for the team that is. I feel sorry for them. I do, because I've seen a lot of their fans on social media today, on Twitter and stuff, saying they're gutted that we've got to have him back. Some of their fans have said we've got loads of midfielders and we don't need to take him back. I've even heard some Everton fans say that we might even send him back there, that we've took him back just to wait. Personally, I think that we've brought him back, Armstrong, because it puts the ball in our hands. If we bring him back, then we've got him and we can do what we want. If we leave him there, it might go past the point that we can bring him back. So I think we've brought him back. We're going to see what we're going to do in the transfer window. It's messing him about a little bit, but we have brought him back. What's your thoughts? We've brought him back in this top now. Let us know if you're a Preston fan as well. I wouldn't mind hearing about him, how he's done that.
It's true enough. I'd say I'm gonna do a preemptive strike. Wormy says that his emoji straight away should be Spud. Although you'd think it'd be the arm for Armstrong, but they are preemptive. A lot of things,
couldn't it?
Good thinking. It's good thinking, to be fair. What do I think of it? I think we're better for having him, but I don't know if he's better for being back, because he'd be playing all the time at Preston. Is he going to get in the 11? Is he going to get picked ahead of other people who are currently in the 11? I don't think he will. If you kind of think about Moyes' history with younger players, they'd have to be particularly exceptional to get ahead of all of your experienced professionals. So you'd think the bench, and then if he comes on, well, I listened to a couple of the Preston fans podcasts, and they actually saw him as an all rounder. They didn't sort of fit him into one particular position. They were very pleased with how he won the ball back, but his first thought was often when he got the ball back, was to turn and face forward and basically try and take people on. So it shows from their comments and the little bits that we've seen before he went there, say Mansfield and the Cup and stuff like that, that he could be used in a couple of different positions in the midfield. Would he get ahead of James Garner? No. Would he get ahead of Rubenham? Probably not at the moment. Would he get ahead of Alcaraz? Don't know. Possibly not. So, and Merlin rolls back as well. I just don't know whether he's going to get used enough. I just don't know whether he's going to get used.
Altel says here, he says, but he'll learn more training with better quality. But training, for me, you don't learn that much, I don't think. I don't think you learn much in training. I think games is more than training. You need games under your belt. You need proper games. And the under-21s, for him, it's not. I've watched the under-21s, and no disrespect to it, I get bored sometimes. It's nowhere near the level of Premier League, the under-21s. It's a lot slower. It's not intense, and it looks like there's loads of space on the pitch. You watch the Premier League, it looks like there's not much space on the pitch. You watch the under-21s, everything moves a bit slow, and you think to yourself, "Oh, that's miles away from the Premier League." And I think since we've sent him from the under-21s to the Championship, the amount that I've seen him develop is massive. So it means games are a lot more for me. Games are a lot more, and he was improving. They probably would have given them a shot at getting promoted. And I can remember in transfer
Yeah,
windows where we've been looking at championship players that have got teams promoted and said, "Oh, I like to get that player from the championship." You know what I mean? Gyökeres was in the championship, and he's not playing well, but look how much Arsenal spent on him. So
yeah,
he needs
yeah.
games.
I mean,
He does need games.
yeah. There's pros and cons to it. I mean, I'm not absolutely not denying that he'll, you know, he'll do well back with us, but it's the amount of game time. He's on the periphery. He's not one that goes straight in the starting lineup, I don't think. And that's not me knocking him by any means. It's just what I'd expect Moyes to do ahead of the 11 that he's already got. And certainly, when Dewsbury Hall comes back, when the boys from AFCON come back, do you know what I mean? It kind of puts it'll put one or two people who were already in the 11, who were in the 11 against Forest, out of the side again and onto the bench. So when it comes to Harrison, I think he'll be in the same boat. So I just hope it's not to his detriment. That's all. A short-term loan can be brilliant. Sometimes a year loan, it's not always the best thing. I just hope that he gets played enough and we don't lose him. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't sort of fade into obscurity because we've maybe brought him back too soon and then he's not involved. Because we do want to see him good. We do want to see him do well, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. We don't. I like people to disagree with me on comments. I like you to just stick to your own opinion. I prefer people to agree.
Always.
If we disagree, I don't mind. I want to get what everyone feels, and if you think different to me, don't be scared to say it. But like you say here, Dan, and I love you, by the way, Dan. I disagree. When you work with better players, trust me, it brings you on in training. But what you've got to realise is when our players have had a game, they're only light training. They're not doing intense training sessions in between games when they've got a game every week. And I don't think they're learning that much when probably these players ain't going fully at it. If it was a pre-season, yes, I completely agree. But as Paul's just said, it's weird because we're saying Armstrong won't get a game, but then you feel harsh for saying that because I do think Armstrong is good enough to get a game. I wouldn't mind seeing him get a game. I think he can give Alcaraz competition. Someone said it in the comments. I think he can be as good as Irabunum. He can give Irabunum competition. We've got Merlin Roll there as well. I do think he's good, and I'm really excited by him because I think he's a new James a James Garner up and coming like very soon. So I love this player, and I don't like to down talk him. But as Paul just said a minute ago, I think he's got to go through the process to play, which won't be easy because Irabunum's got games where Moyes trusts him. Merlin Roll's had a few more games where Moyes trusts him. So I think it's more so that he's got to go through a lot of process to actually be getting games. I don't want him to miss many games. The alarm bell was, and the reason that he got brought straight away back, in my opinion, was that bench last game. That bench last game was shocking. We had so many young kids on that bench last game. It was not a Premier League bench. And I think as soon as, no disrespect to the young kids either, because I like that kids get a chance to play for Everton, but that was not good enough. And I think as soon as that bench was put out and those names were put out, the freaking group probably says, yeah, let's get him back. We can't have a bench like that this season. Just more comments. Keep comments flooding in. Let us know what you think on it. We are covering this one. This is probably the main topic.
No, I believe it. I mean, on the one of the Preston things that I watched, someone had commented to the host and had said the biggest compliment I can give Armstrong is that I think he's better than Beckham was when Beckham went to Preston on loan, which would have been a similar age, to be fair. I don't know if Beckham was slightly younger, but that, comments like that show you how highly they rate him and how much they really wanted him to stay and how much he could possibly develop into in the next few years. And you just want him being played. I think he's definitely a step up from the lads who were on the bench against Forest. offense to is it Braden Graham, striker on there. I'm glad he got a bit of time on the bench, but Armstrong's a step above anyone else that we had on the bench, other than maybe Jack when he came on. So, I mean, Emma's saying that I don't think he'll have brought him back to sit on the bench, but like Rod says, we need quality on the bench to bring on around the 65, 70 minute, mark in the game. So it's
Moyes did say in the press. Moyes said in the press they asked him the question, and Moyes did kind of say that he wants to bring him back as well. So it's not. I think Moyes has a big say in this as well, as you've said. It is Moyes' decision. He does look like he does. I know it's mad to say this, but I looked at some pictures of him before he went, and now he's there, and he does look like he's matured a lot as well, which he would have. Matured as a man, matured as a player. Starting to look a bit more like he's a bit bulked up and can handle himself. Even Derby County, the Derby County fans was like, Derby County fans, we talk about him here. You've got to remember the Derby County fans was absolutely gutted that they couldn't get him back on loan because they said he was incredible. Like, he was really, really good. So he's gone to Derby County and they said he's incredible. Yeah. And then he's also gone to these and these have said he's incredible. So he's obviously got something about him.
Yeah, and a lot of players do get sent to the Championship because it's maybe in some respects faster than Premier League. It's certainly scrappier, but some of the challenges as well. It's a tough one. I think often the younger players are sent there to know how to avoid a kicking in many respects, because I think the Premier League you do get a lot of time on the ball in certain situations, not so much inside the area, but you certainly do seem to have it when you've got possession sort of in your back line and things like that. So, hopefully he's learned a lot, and it looks as though he has. He just needs to be involved. And when it comes to trade, I don't know who to sort of agree with, but when I trained at a higher level, I felt I played better. But you do want it to go somewhere. You want that work to have a purpose. It's no good just sort of training just to watch everyone else play. So as long as it comes with a purpose and he gets a little bit faster again when he's involved in training, as long as he's able to use that and actually get minutes on the pitch, then it's worth it.
Keep comments flooding in. This is a massive interaction show. We're going to say what we think, but we do like to put your comments on the screen and say what you think. You know what I mean? We talk for you. Emma says he said earlier in the season he'd leave him there to help them get promoted. He did say that. I remember that. And he said he can't see him going. She's saying that she can't see him going back on his word unless he's going to play him. I do agree with you. Something Moyes would have left him there if he wanted to leave him there. He would have.
I mean, there's also 4 games before the AFCON finishes as well. We've got Brentford. Obviously, we've got Brentford this weekend. We've got Wolves in the week on Wednesday. Yeah, was it week today? Is it or week yesterday? So we've got Wolves at home. Then we've got Sunderland in the cup as well, and then we're away to Villa. And that's all really before the lads in AFCON have got half a chance of being back. So we do need the bodies. So I certainly hope he gets his chance. If he wasn't involved against Sunderland, then that would be a bit of a disappointment, I would say.
That's what I wanted to do this show, because I do feel I've seen a lot of people talking about it on the Toffee Bluecast TikTok as well, on some lives. But I think it's just a head wobbler, really. You don't know what to think on this. Part of you is because it's so important for me that that we don't affect his development, because I feel that he's going to be a superstar, and I don't want to his development because he needs every part of his development. He's got to go. He said when he spoke in the interview, he said they've told me that I've got a lot to learn on, and I'm learning on stuff. He said that, and he looked like he knew what he's learning and what he's got to do, and he looked like he knew his challenge at that football club. So I hope we don't affect that. I hope he comes to us and he can carry on doing whatever he needed to do.
Yeah, these are his. These are some of his stats from the last couple of months, really. it seemed as though, I mean, he was inactive. He didn't play for a few of those. He did obviously play a bit before that because he went in September. Did get a slight injury as well, but it didn't last very long. So it looks as though he's been, apart from the game against Preston where he came on and got a goal as well, so played 21 minutes. In the other ones, he started each of those games, played most of it, and then come off. So, and the Preston fans are quite... Yeah, they don't have
9.8.
No, not yet, but there's time. So it'll be interesting to see what does happen with him, to be fair.
Yeah, it is a big topic, and I suppose we're going to sit back and see. Our squad is so small. I think we always knew it was massively a chance of happening. Nice of them over there to draw 0-0. Well done, Leeds. Shout out to you. I've got to give you a big shout out. Cracking result. We'll be overtaking them soon, won't we, Paul?
Well, there was a few draws from tonight as well, wasn't there? Just having a little look now. So Palace and Fulham drew 1-1. Liverpool Leeds 0-0. Brentford Spurs 0-0. Sunderland City 0-0. So yeah, I don't know if match of the day is on tonight. Possibly good that they're not. But those results, I mean, that we're still in 8th, a point above Brentford, Palace, Fulham, and Spurs, and a point behind Sunderland. So we're actually 2 points behind Chelsea in 5th. If we do manage to get a decent result against Brentford, then who knows? Who knows? But also Armstrong is available for that as well. So hopefully he'll be straight into the mixer.
It's going to be interesting on the bench. Yeah, when we do the pre-match on the cup to see what. I mean, it'll be interesting to say because is it a risk? That cup I'm taking very seriously. I mean, we'll talk about that in the pre-match who we're going to play in that cup, but I'm taking it serious. We need to do something this season. I'd love a trophy. I would absolutely love a trophy. And I put a video up of Viley saying Happy New Year. Everton going into the new year. Only as you said, 2 points off 5th position or something like that, 3 points off 2 points off the position, which is
we're on 28. Chelsea are on 30. Chelsea have also parted ways with Endo today, so they'll be looking for a new manager, Chelsea. So it'll be interesting. They'll probably have a bloody manager like a bounce now, won't they? But
Remarco, who I like,
2 points off 5th ain't bad.
Remarco, I'll try and get him on the show. Fabrizio Remarco. He said that the Chelsea manager's got sacked, and for a fact now the Chelsea manager's got sacked that Chelsea are going to come in for David Moyes because he's got a reputation of winning trophies at West Ham, and they're going to come in for David Moyes, and Chelsea are going to take David Moyes, and David Moyes, we know he takes his players with him because he took Fellaini. He's going to go and take Barry with him, the goal scoring machine. That's what Remarco said. So let's hope this don't happen.
I mean, one shout there. I don't know. Did you put that up a minute ago? Actually, did you? I can't remember if you put it up a minute ago, but it's a fair shout from Ganymede there, saying Harrison coming back might also mean things are all already in the pipeline for another player to go. I'd be surprised if it was. Certainly if it was before the lads came back from AFCON, but it makes it open. It does, it opens it up to a possibility.
It's good thinking, to be fair, and it's good thinking. That's why I said get involved in the comments because you probably know more than us. We're not we're just Everton fans like you, but it could mean that it probably does give you the option if you bring him back of a transfer, and a lot of people probably don't realise that if you bring him back. Because we know James Garner can play, I prefer James Garner centre mid now. I think he's an absolute goat, and I'm falling in love with him now. He's finally stepping up to be what I want him to be. But James Garner can play right wing and right back. We've seen Merlin Roll play right back last game. So maybe Moyes is thinking he could offload McNeil and get a good price for him because Forest might be massively interested. We did put that bid in on Brennan Johnson. Now, with Brennan Johnson, we know that now he is going to Crystal Palace as we thought he would. He's going to get more game time. But we know that Everton put a bid on the table for Brennan Johnson. So we are interested in something. Something's going to go on, I think, this window, because we put a bid on the table. So there's something that we're going to do. And maybe that's why we brought Armstrong back, because we plan on offloading someone and bringing someone in.
It's got to be, it's got to be a forward player. I really do hope we do bring in a forward player. It wouldn't surprise me, sort of looking at 2026 and stuff, that if by the end of the summer transfer window, Beto and Barry have gone and we've got other people in, that wouldn't be a big surprise to me, to be honest. Certainly one of them would have gone, I would have thought.
We do need fullbacks, of course we do. We do need fullbacks, but the problem is, I don't know whether we're gonna get fullbacks. I don't. Do you think we'll get a fullback, Paul?
Yeah, not necessarily. Not even necessarily.
Fullback this window?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, do we need one?
We do need one, but do we need one? That's the question, isn't it?
Do you know what I'm saying? Do we need one though? Do we need one?
We need one?
If you're thinking about it, one. Do we need a right back when we've got Patterson, Coleman, James Garner can play there, O'Brien can play there? So 4 possibilities for right back. If Tarkowski and Keane were both fit, O'Brien would be there, wouldn't he? Or it would be James Garner.
I have seen a few people on podcasts saying that I love Jake O'Brien, and I think he played fantastic centre back. That's his position. But I've seen a few people saying it's not fair having Jake O'Brien having to play right back, and we should have a right back.
Well, Mikalenko isn't, he's not Roberto Carlos, but he does have a decent game out of 3. Maybe not going forward, but I think he's all right, sort of defensively. I don't think there's major problems defensively. It's just if you want him being attacking fullback, that's not his game. So depends whether you want that, and you kind of presume Asnu would potentially still be that kind of player. But if Asnu goes out on loan, you haven't got cover at left back. So do you then bring someone in to give Mikalenko a bit of competition or a bit of cover? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. But I still think I still think a bit of pace is what we need, and I still think we need someone to put the ball in the net. That for me is the priority. For me,
a lot of Everton fans will think this, but be scared to say it. I think that Mikalenko is a lot better than Leighton Baines, to be fair. If Mikalenko was English, he'd be getting. I think Mikalenko would take Ashley Cole's spot where Baines struggled. I think Mikalenko's a lot better than Leighton Baines. I do like. Do you know what though? I do think that I get Dinier, Aston Villa, however you say his name. Dinier. But he was good at bombing forward, but he struggled a bit defensively. And we started to get frustrated how fragile he was defensively.
Yeah.
And when he's left, everyone's forgot about that he struggled defensively. When he left, we got Mikalenko, who wasn't that good at getting forward, but he is okay defensively. And he has been doing well defensively, Mikalenko has.
A very young Mikalenko as well.
That was a funny one, yeah.
A very young Mikalenko. He's been with us a couple of years now, a few years now. So,
yeah,
won't be too harsh on him, to be fair.
Imagine if we would have put, you wouldn't have done the fishing rod and I actually said Mikalenko's better than Leighton Baines. Someone will be spreading that saying, this podcast, this YouTube channel, what the heck are they talking about? They actually think Mikalenko's better. That was a good fishing hook, that was.
Oh,
I'd love him. I'd love him, but you're not going to get him. I would love Robinson. I think Robinson's world class, but with how much Fulham rating and how much everyone rates him, I think you're going to struggle to get Robinson. I do. It's hard because you want an established good right back, but I think they'll cost 60-70 million. If they are that good, they're going to cost 60-70 million for a right back. If you're going for the best, like Robinson, I think Robinson will be 60 million, 70 million.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get your long-term absolute prime left back or right back in the January transfer window. I think basically you would you'd live with what you've got. He probably does. But same as Dean, you got stick in his defensive qualities. Mikalenko gets stick for his attacking qualities. So you never.
I agree with parts.
That's what I mean. Your absolute prime would be able to do both on a consistent basis. They're not growing on trees. They're not easy to get at all. I do agree with that we need pace. And what Emma just had there, you're going to get overlaps with pace.
Yeah, I get what Emma's saying. I do get what Emma's saying. I think the way the modern day football is now is overlaps, and I do feel if you had someone that was more dangerous when he was over, we have got Asnu. I'd like to see Asnu. I think I don't get why we've signed him without playing him, because we've got Mikalenko, who is defensive but not that good at attacking, and we've got Asnu, who is apparently really good at attacking, takes players on all the time but not that good at the defensive part. So we have got a player that is good at attacking. There's a comment there. I added us on Toffee Bluecast Facebook. Sean added us on and sent a few messages. If you do want to add us on the Toffee Bluecast Facebook, we've not really got it going yet. There's only about 100 followers, but we would like to get more. Dan, I still stand by what I said earlier to you when we was chatting on Facebook. He says that, and I get what you're saying, our squad's not big enough for European football next season. And I said to him, you know what? I agree with you. It ain't big enough for European football, but maybe that's why I was looking at signing players like Brennan Johnson, because when we do get Europa League football, which we will this season, we're just going to buy new players anyway. I think the freaking group will back us up and invest if we manage to get them. I don't think it'll be a problem. But I get that the squad's thin enough at this moment in time.
Yeah. Well, Wormy's sort of saying the same thing, questioning as a club, if your mentality is to think about the next window, have you got the right mindset? And actually, at the moment, I do think we probably have got the right mindset, because if anything, the last decade has shown us to not be great at going out and buying in bulk, successfully. We've maybe bought sort of like 5 or 6 players in the last decade, each summer transfer window, for example, and maybe one of them has done all right, maybe. But I'm quite happy for us to get a couple of players in January. More so thinking about the goals, because our defensive record is fairly decent. Lads coming back in from injury and from AFCON are going to be like new players, just like Armstrong is. And then you reevaluate in the summer, and you reevaluate based on where you finished as well. If you do finish in Europe, that's great. I don't think I never think it's a bad idea to qualify for a competition or, put your most into a cup or anything like that. But it's not necessarily expected at the moment.
I completely agree with you. But surely what Emma's saying as well is true, considering how open the league is. And like I said, we're 2 points off 5th, and it's not many points to crack on over 5th either. So surely the freaking group are looking at this, and they'll be watching Everton every week, and they've got people with football knowledge that are saying to the freaking group probably where we're at. And surely they are looking at this team and thinking, you know what, they're not far away from European football. And I actually I don't think we are, the way we're playing some good football, and we probably are just 1-2 players away from. Maybe we've also spoke about it early on. Maybe if we get Emma's fullbacks that do bomb it forward past Grealish and Njai or Diblin, we do become really powerful and start smashing teams up this season and do have a chance of Europa League football and Champions League. I could see it. We're not far away. If they brought in key players in January.
Well, like Liam says, we don't know what our budget is. It's not.
No.
You don't sort of leave that out for people to mull over, do you? Otherwise, you're at the hands of the agents then. So you don't want to show your hand too early. It wouldn't surprise me if we did get at least one player, but I don't see us buying lots at all. I don't see a massive overhaul in this window by any means.
Best thing about having kids, isn't it? You got all these amazing tools, ain't you? You know what I mean?
When you blame the kids, they're yours.
Yeah, I think it's got a unicorn. You know what I mean? In because we got rid of the unicorn stayed with the hat. But my eyes are hurting. These glasses making the room dark. We're coming to the end of the show. These little transfer ones, we want them to be short so people can listen, not get bored, and enjoy it. We do put all your comments on the screen, so that's why sometimes they are long, because we interact with you. We don't ignore you. We love you.
You're here.
We are coming to an end. What we might do, because we are going to do loads of stuff this year, what we might do is we'll do a league table prediction of where everyone's going to finish. I spoke to Paul about this. Maybe we'll do it after next game or after the game after that. When there's a little bit of a patch where there's something to do, what we'll do is we'll get you in the comments. I want you to get your pen and paper, and we want you to let us know. We'll go through it. Me and Paul will get it on the screen on the show, and we'll do a league prediction of where everyone's going to finish for a bit of fun. And would you get your pen and paper and you let us know what your prediction is as well, and we'll do a show just a league prediction, because we ain't done one halfway through the season, so that would be. I bet you can't take me seriously with that one, can you? That'd be interesting, wouldn't
it? It would actually, because it's so tight, particularly in the middle. Yeah, it would be interesting, particularly the European spaces that we're maybe aiming for. I think there's quite a few teams who would fancy themselves being in it. So, definitely.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. What have we got left then, Paul? We're on the end now, people. We've all had a say. The topics have been started Illiman and Jai injured, which was gutted. Made me want to cry, especially after doing my video of him looking so good. Armstrong, we've recalled him. That is another topic. And just like a little talk on what we probably need.
We have. Well, let's finish on the league table, see where we are, because Liam says sitting in 8th is huge progress, which it is. I agree with that. So, I mean, this is obviously before most of them were 0-0, so it didn't matter too much. So it pretty much is as is. But there we are. 8 wins, 4 draws, 7 defeats. 2020, we got 2020 vision. So we're on the zeros for our goal difference. It's just that, I mean, those 2 losses as well, we're in there. We're coming from teams who are in the top 3, top 4. So, you know, no loss is acceptable, but it's understandable. If we can get through this if we can get through our set of games in the next sort of 5 games and pick up an average sort of 2 points a game, then that's not too bad at all. I mean, arguably we could. The 2 wins in these next 2 home games, 6 points takes us to 34 after 21. You know?
Guess who I'm looking at, Paul, when I'm looking at a league table?
Who are you looking at, Dan?
33 points, mate. Coming for you. I'm coming for you, mate. 33 points. I tell you, you know who I'm looking at. And I'm getting you looking at them now. 33 points. What are we on? We're not far, you know.
We usually win something when a year has a number in it. I tell you what we did do 60 years ago, this year now, was that England won the World Cup and Everton won the FA Cup. So, you know, that wouldn't be too bad, would it?
He's a stat man. Beep, ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Beep, ba 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 bum. Paul's a stat man. Beep, ba 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 bum. Paul the stat man. He's got it all up there, hasn't he? You know what I mean? I know loads of stats, Hardy. But I don't like to put him to shame. But 33, 5 points off them. 5 points off them. I'll tell you something. It's got me thinking that Moyes era, Paul, where we finished above them. Moyes finished above them, and we did crap after. But Moyes finished above them.
And I mean, even if you are even still contemplating where the bottom half of the table is, we're 10 points above 17th. So you can relax a little bit, I think. I'd like to think so.
I think what we've been through has grounded us as a football club and as fans as well. I think it's grounded us, and it says there, never forget. Nice to go into the new year not worried about relegation stuff. And
Exactly.
as much as I'm getting excited of going for this Europa League this season, I don't forget what we've been through, and I do appreciate being in the situation.
Well, 60 years, the number 60 has got a few sort of connotations for Everton fans. Never mind 60 years since, Dixie Dean 60 grand, Seamus Coleman.
Yeah, there you go.
Drop your other 60 links. But more and more you think about it, possibly.
This comment, I don't even want to show it. 14 points off bottom three. That's quite a lot of points, I think. That is quite a lot of points. Is he saying that's good or bad, or is he reminding us?
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. I thought he was saying it was still close to it. I was like, don't get me thinking about that.
Danny's 60, apparently. Rod was born in 66. So was Eltel. So there you are. 60 is a big number for us.
I've got 60 Everton tops.
You probably have. I probably have an all, to be fair.
I know, yeah. I think I have actually, if I counted them. I've probably got 60 Everton tops. I'll have to count how many I've got. I think we've all got about 60 Everton tops, haven't we? Everton obsessed. But it's good times. I love that league table, like I say, but it'll be interesting to see what we do in January now. We'll try and cover a few shows for you all, and we'll do that league table thing. We really are going to push out to give you loads of content. You all said you wanted it, and we'll do it, and we'll give you loads of content this season. But make sure you do hit that like, because after every show, we do have a look to see how well it's done. And if it's got no likes, I used to watch shows and not like them because I was lazy. So I understand. But if you cannot be lazy and hit the likes and push it out for us on what you can, share it on Facebook, share it on whatever, push it out in any way you can on Twitter, like it, retweet it. Just push these shows out this year because we really want to do well. We want to put 100% effort in to see where we can actually get us this year because we was really proud of last year. Up the top that's the latest news covered. I'm excited for that first game now, Paul. I'm excited and nervous because I'm really happy. I don't want to lose that happiness, but I do want to get even more happier, if you know what I mean.
I know. Harrison Armstrong to be player of the season in the second half.
I've watched Harrison Armstrong live a few times this season in the Championship. I've been watching a few Championship games, going to watch him because I've been asked by Everton to scout him. And Everton got in touch with Toffee Bluecasters. Says, can you keep your eyes on Harrison Armstrong? So I went to watch Harrison Armstrong, and I watched him. And Moyes has said, "What do you think he's like?" I said, "Moyes knows I know my stuff." And I said, "Moyes, I tell you something. Get him back. He's better than Iniesta, Xavi. He's better than the lot." I said, "His levels above Iniesta, levels above Xavi." And I said, "He makes Gerrard look like a Sunday League player," and which ain't hard because he's crap. So. Basically, cut a long story short, I told Moyes, get him back. And I think once he gets a game, he's better than Patrick Vieira. He really is. He's better than Gravison. He's better than the lot, Paul. Better than Peter Reid. You agree, don't you?
Never know. We're given the chance, we'll find out.
We always get behind our players. Up the top is, have a boss one. Harrison Armstrong, baby. Up them toppers, baby.